Oops. The first thing you heard was a door. Hello, chat. We're playing some Railroads Online. I forget where to look. I gotta look there, but I gotta look there. Playing some Railroads Online. I gotta be kind of quiet because it's sleep time.
Do you have big empty micro?
Yeah, it's sleep time for the girlfriend, so. But we're gonna play the game. I got a new idea. It's called Back to Basics because we are going to play a, we're gonna play the original map and only be allowed to use the original 7 locomotives. So it should be fun. This should be fun. Ooh, and I almost forgot to fix my gameplay. Give me 1 second, please. There we go. Okay. Alright, welcome to the game. And I've already made the world because kind of making up my mind on how I want to do this. I should go see what that noise is. I'll be right back. I will be right back. Are you in there doing something? Oh, is this broken? What are you doing? Oh. Okay. Where did that go? Sorry about that. I am back. I didn't turn my mic off. I meant to. I'm back. As you can see, we're in the original map. Nothing built. I forgot to pull up chat. Oh yeah. Yes, welcome to my stream. I've been watching the original Con Gaming play through this game. It was brand new. I played the game when it was brand new. And then with kind of the updates, especially developers acknowledging what the game appears to be like, you know, where it looks like it's abandoned. I kind of got excited to play again. So I decided to set up a new world and play some. And then I kind of had the urge to stream, but it's sleepy time for everybody else in the house, so I figured I would play this game. And that is gonna look terrible, but I don't think there's much I can do about it. And then this doesn't have any new industries, so we're going to logging camp first. And then another thing I really wanted to focus on, something I've always wanted to do but never done, is I want to use a lot of geared locomotives, a lot of geared equipment. Oh, cool. Last I remember, the multiplayer didn't work very well. That would be... But also, I have... My system's not in very good shape, and my system's not in very good shape. My Wi-Fi here is terrible, so... There's other factors in the game with it not working, so I don't want to blame the game. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in. Do you guys... My stream preview on Twitch is just a black screen, but my OBS shows the game. Can you guys see the game. Play super minimalist, have a beef PC, and yeah, I tend to put down a lot of props and stuff, and build a lot of track. I build big, complicated yards. Okay, good. I played a couple years ago. I played a game with Sean, and I think he saw firsthand how I build crazy shit in this game. But I think because I'm doing kind of a back to basics type thing, for now I'm just gonna build a loop here. That's what I did on my first ever playthrough. I'm not really a multiplayer. I'm not really a multiplayer kind of guy, to be honest. Especially games like this, I like to do my own thing. Just chill out. Have some fun. Let's go up a little bit, just like grass is a clipping. And you know what? This is yard, and it's a loop, so I probably want to do that a lot sharper. Up. I don't remember if I ever finished the thought, but I wanted to do a lot of geared locomotives and stuff like that. Crazy steep grades, and that's another reason I picked this map, is because it's smaller. Doing the original locomotives doesn't cause me to have to I'm sorry, the thought just completely left me. Oh yeah, doing the original locomotives doesn't limit me, except for the Shay, I guess. I don't really care about that. Like, one of the lines I want to do, that I've never done myself, is, I think you go almost straight out of here, and you go over that canyon. Where am I? Oh, the map is flipped over. You go out here, and then over this mountain, and straight down to the cordwood drop off at the smelter. I really want to build that. How is this going to line up? Oh yeah, so we'll get this to go about like probably about where it is, and then free place it. Am I way out of whack? Okay. Hopefully this isn't horrible. I forgot to turn day-night cycle off. Okay, I think that's pretty good, actually. Let's go. I'm gonna read chat. Oh, the rotation of the sun is correct, which changed the cardinal directions. I never noticed it was wrong. That probably happened way back when they added day-night cycle. I've played since then. I don't know how I never noticed that. I like the partly cloudy just so the shadows aren't crazy. Can we do overcast? Yeah, we can. Night cycle off. Yeah, I like the overcast just so the shadows aren't going crazy when I'm building stuff. And then, how do I want to go to a point? And this probably will be rebuilt, because like I said, I want to build that crazy line. I thought about getting in the game and spamming logs onto a freight depot till I could afford a Shay, and deleting the porter and doing geared stuff only. But that is just going to add a lot of time to the beginning of the game and not really add much gameplay wise. And the Shay, I think, is still so bad, it's not really worth it. So my question is, yeah, that's really cool that you're a developer, and thank you for tuning in. I have loved this game. I've put over 1,000 hours in this game. I bought it a week after it came out, and it's still my favorite game. And I actually, when I was streaming right after Century of Steam got announced, I know, yeah, that was my original plan, but then I changed it to the original 7. Right after Century of Steam got announced, I actually banned Century of Steam from my chat, because I didn't want people to talk about it. I thought it was rude to you developers to come in here and talk about another game. And honestly, I'm super excited for Century of Steam. I'm a Patreon. But I'm not so certain that I will enjoy it more than Railroads Online. Because Railroads Online is simple. It's basic. It doesn't take much thought. It's good to stream. I can talk to random people I would never have a chance to communicate with, because I don't really like Discord servers. So I have a chance to communicate with you guys that I never would have a chance anyway, and talk about something we all collectively love, is tiny trains, and have a good time. And I feel like Century of Steam will be fun, but it won't be that simple, easy, relaxing kind of feeling. And I think I'm going to make, again, a fairly steep, because if I remember right, you run right into this. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, you can't know, though. It's like Derail Valley, you can't really turn off the blowing up the transmission, or you can't turn off blowing up the steamers, I don't think. Maybe you can. But I don't think you can turn that off. And I imagine Century of Steam would be the same way. Maybe not. I mean, just time will tell. Oh, you can. I never would, so I really don't know. I'm not the kind to really play with difficulty settings either. I tend to just set a difficulty setting. Whatever the default is, I just click play and play the damn game. That's the same one I just placed and it didn't work. That's the one I want. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true too. And a big thing too is Century of Steam isn't out yet. They don't have a release date. That's exactly what I was about to say. So I'm not going to get my hopes up and think about Century of Steam. I'll watch the videos as they come out. Like I said, I'm a Patreon because I like the project and I like what they're doing. But it's not out yet. And so, therefore, I'm not excited for it. I can't get on and play. This is awful. Oh yeah, that doesn't even work. I like this, though. Let me clear the trees and relay that. And another thing I'm going to do is, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do this or not, but I may build a giant yard at the freight depot like I kind of did in the old days, and then pick up every single car I need to feed an industry, go pick up everything, and take it all down at once. Maybe even bring product up, depending on how the trains work out, and if I'm passing the freight depot. I've thought about doing that, just having a big central hub there, which isn't that realistic, but I had a lot of fun playing this game that way back in the day. Maybe it is realistic, I don't know. I fix roads, or I used to fix roads. I don't run trains or know much about trains. I like history and engineering, so I like games like this. I get to engineer my own yards and... Yep, that's what I normally do. I have big storage areas and yards at industries, but this playthrough is kind of about shaking it up and playing it the way I used to play the game, reminding myself why I love this game. Because like I said, I've been watching a lot of it, but I haven't really been playing it. Okay, so this goes down for some reason. Maybe because this is not flat. And since I have a developer in the chat, I gotta say, please do something about this. This part is so frustrating. I know you guys are working on it, and it sounds like there's some internal issues. But, please fix that. That is so frustrating. And having to relay stuff. And see how nasty that looks. I'm going to go back another... Oh, that's the whole bridge, isn't it? Maybe I can lay the whole bridge. I need to lay it from up here. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if you're gonna go past where the stuff is stored. Or, you know, industries, they put big old lots. There's no way I ever find that switch again. Since that has moved and laid a little nicer, I'm not worried about the grades here because actually that stays really low. I might be able to get away with using fill on that. Yeah, that's what, there's kind of some... Oh, that's really cool. That's the job I'm jealous of on this team. That would be so much fun. That's kind of what I've heard and what I'm trying not to comment on because, you know, there's not a lot of public information and I don't know. But it sounds like the Astragon Entertainment situation is a bit of a mess. And I feel for you guys. That really sucks. And it sucks as a player because I love this game and I hate to see it going down. And I also, what worries me about kind of what I've heard about Astragon Entertainment, what's public knowledge, is there's been so many teams of developers come in and out. These guys come and gone, and I'm surprised you guys got a publisher at all. Getting a publisher again might be a struggle because this game has an odd reputation from its start. Oh, I don't mind swearing. You can swear all you want. Unless I have swearing turned off in the chat. I don't remember if I do. I curse like a sailor. Boogie misses. Yeah. Astragon do farming sim, don't they? And I hate... I refuse to play a game like farming sim or anything like that because I want to buy the game. I don't want to buy 40 fucking DLC. I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on farming simulator. Oh, they don't do farm sim? I don't know. I don't know games. I thought I heard that somewhere. But I should be more careful being a public figure. I don't want to spread wrong information. Yeah, I kind of picked a bad example because I don't play farm sim, but I don't mind farm sim. I played a few of the older ones. It's more the game model of... Okay, it doesn't look like we get super steep grades. About 3%. About 3. That's a little over 3%. 3.7 is peak. That's okay. I don't mind that. I picked it, but I hate... If I see a game has over 2 or 3 DLC, I won't buy it. I simply will not buy it, because I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, well... I also try to keep things positive. This looks good. I love the map. I love the map. I didn't like the map a whole lot when it first came out, because I thought it was weird, but now that I've got used to it, I think it looks really good and I really like it. And another thing that I love you guys did that I wish there was more of in this game is this. This model looks so good, and you can just slap it anywhere, and it looks really nice right there. I love this. I'm so glad that that's in the game. I don't think I'm going to do that this playthrough. I might. But so we got this looking good. It's weird not building a yard. I always build a yard. I want to build a yard. I want to just grenade all those trees and build. I never liked Lake Valley. I never played much of it. Oh, I don't mind. That's what I do this for. Spam away. I never liked Lake Valley. I haven't given it much of a chance, so it's not fair to say I don't like it. I haven't played it much, but my first couple times playing, I got frustrated and I didn't want to play anymore, and so I never did much on Lake Valley. We'll see how this playthrough goes. It might sway my mind, but Aurora Falls is honestly my favorite. Mesa Plains is really fun too. But Aurora Falls, so much fun. So much fun. Yeah. That's what I didn't like about it. I didn't mind the landscape and stuff. I just didn't like the industry placement. I did a custom placement on Aurora Falls where I did cities. I called it cities in my save. So basically I had multiple alike industries together. I think I want to turn before that. I think I might come build out of the sauna. But I did multiple alike industries together, and then I had to build really crazy yards to get that to work together. And then it was really fun to decorate it with props and stuff, but I put so many props down, it actually takes like 25 minutes to load the map. And I've played through, so I've delivered everything, and I have ironworks and smelter together. I didn't do that. I had like the smelters golden. Is this flipped? No, it's not. It's not. It's not flipped. I did gold and iron and something else together, and then ironworks and all kinds of shit. I don't remember exactly, but it was really fun, especially on Aurora Falls. Maybe I should try doing something like that on Lake Valley. So I am facing completely not the way I want to face. So if I go out, honestly, if I go out, there's not much change in terrain to do a nice turn and then connect up. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. I will keep plugging away. Hopefully I get something nice built by the time you're back. I just have to find one of the links. Finding the links is so frustrating. Oh, I just saw it. This is turning. Nice. Again, trying to keep myself back to basics. I am just gonna build without much thought of where to go in the future. Or maybe not. Maybe I will build the crazy insane yard. But then I'm going to hit that hill. So. Damn. it because it's track 1. I don't want to go up because I think I'm at similar levels. Unless I can't get over this little hump here. What is this? This is that. But I need to straighten out before I hit that. Yeah. Now I might... Oh, I need to shorten this even. Should have looked at the map before I placed it. And that was a straight line, so I should find this right here. I remember this being so much harder. I've never built this since the maps got added in, so the map is definitely helping so much of squaring this off so I can envision a nice turn here. Have it happen, and then I can find it. I don't have to spend however much time zooming around the trees trying to figure out where in the hell my track is. It's a little sharp, but I don't mind it, and it's pretty straight on flat section of track. Nice. I like that. I will have no reason to bring planks of lumber that way. And if I remember right, from back here, there's no way to build a nice curve that will come out. I love that they have the links here, but boy, they can be hard to hit. I can't go on that side because it'll... No, it's fine if I go on that side. Probably want to go on this side more. Oh. Why is it clear over there? I don't really need to link it here. I'm just doing this to measure anyway. So if you link it, I'm going to put a barrel down right next to where the link is. So hopefully that helps me find it. But if I snap this, you gotta do like a 30 and it barely makes it if I remember right. Barely clears that. Oh. 40? 40 clears that. I don't think a 50 would, so let's do... Let's do this to like here, because I think it'll clear there. Okay. So this is the most important one, because this is the early one. Which, this can go, if this does like a U, and it goes back this way, build some kind of yard, but or this can Y, go back there like a 3-way, connect onto that, go that way, go straight. Can I put a switch in a way that will connect back to I don't even need to do that, really. Here, this can come around and connect wherever. This just needs one switch if I can build a decent yard here. This will go out that way. And go down. And then this side can go that way. Do need to build a Y. It's just you have to have a Y here, really. So Y here. I might just build the Y now. Why not? And because that's a 40, I'm just going to do this as a 40. Because you're going to have equipment that can clear a 40. Makes this easier to build. Maybe I won't do a 40 because... Do I need to build this side before I... Probably do. This is the part that can be the 40. Again. My thinking is... Because this is 40, because it has to be to clear that hill. You can't run anything that can't clear a 40. Go about here. So I'm trying to think, do I even need a Y? And yes, I do, because I need to come in. And be able to come... I need to go both directions. So I need to be able to go that way, and I need to be able to go that way. And I need to come up from that way and go this way, so I do need a Y. This can just go straight for a bit. Yeah. I'll figure out how to hook into that track in a moment. Because this is going to be like a main line that goes to the freight depot. So this can be a way shallower turn. And this Y can be huge. There's no reason it can't be massive. So the direction I'm facing. Am I turning the right way? I don't think I am, so I haven't seen it yet. Nope. Yeah, so this is the way I want it to face. And put other leg. Yeah, this faces exactly the direction I want to go in. Probably have a split here. This can go around and connect back up. This would be like a main line that goes. Maybe. No, this just needs to come around. See, I think there's a time and place. The insane levels is cool and it's fun and it makes you feel there. And it's like, I imagine other games can be done like, I don't know if you've played much SnowRunner. I love SnowRunner. I've never streamed it, but I love SnowRunner. And it makes you feel like a man when you are barely struggling over something. You have to use the winch and the plan a route and map, and you have to do all these things, and just watching your piece of equipment slowly slogging over a hill. I'm a truck guy, to be honest. I like trains. I like history of trains, but actual working with for a job, I like trucks. That is never gonna work. That's okay. makes you feel really manly. Same as Dero Valley, barely struggling up a hill, barely making it. And then you know, wheel slipping and closing the throttle and hooking up the bar and shoveling coal and checking the water and all that. You got to do it over and over and over and over again. It's so much fun. Am I kind of screwing myself with the geometry of this? I think I am. Because, well, there I gave myself more space. It's really fun. I think if Century of Steam or games like it get that right, it can be really, really fun. And I do feel like that is missing big time from Railroads Online, to be honest. But, on the other hand, I don't play this game for that adrenaline hit. I play this game because it's nice and it's calming. It's just a nice experience to go and look at trains, really. That's what I play this game for. Oh! I'm not looking at chat. I'm really ready to get this rolling. Doesn't need to be as picky as I'm being. And I'm done. Okay. And Claudero Valley is a nice multiplayer mod. Yeah. I've never played it, but that sounds really fun. Okay. This is set up the way I want it. The only thing I have to figure out is how I want to get this line onto this line. I love Dero Valley. I've streamed it a few times. So if I come out of here, I want this link to the freight depot. I like the way money works, but I do see what you mean of the gameplay loop. Sometimes it does get a little... but I think it's fun. What you have to do is, especially with tedious games, is just don't play them. Give it a few months. Don't play it. Come back to it. Then you'll probably love it again. Like, Railroads Online is a great example. I'm sure you can find an old stream and I'm getting mad. You can find old clips of me playing Railroads Online, getting mad and cursing the game and whatever, and it's because I played it too much and I was burned out. For games like Dero Valley, this game, games like that, the best thing to do is not play it. Give it a few months or weeks or whatever and come back to it, and then it'll be the best game you've ever played again. What sucks is the tightest curve on this Y is what I intended to be my main line. That's okay, I just put slow signs. What I might do, this would be a little weird, and it doesn't leave me a place to build the yard. And I really want to build a good yard, because right now, you are, coming in on what I'm going to call the main line. So that looks decent. Right now you're coming in on what will be my main line. You're going... and then you gotta either back out and block the main line, go around. There's no way to go around the train. I've played Rolling Line. I can't get into Rolling Line. I love model trains in real life. I just spent my evening building a like a train layout in my living room. That will hopefully be permanent. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad enough. I'm gonna lay that by hand. Unless I can connect it from the other side, it'd be fine. You need to install the signals. I find it so boring. I have used it, actually. One thing I do like about it, I have used it as a tool to design a railroad that I was going to build. And it was really useful as a tool. But even then, it didn't hold my attention. Yeah, it's just laying this curve super tight. You don't need to. You don't need to lay it that tight. Oh, maybe you do. Because the 40 makes it, but that's in a weird place for the 40 to make it. I always figured that. I've always wondered that. Like, I was watching Heist was kind of talking about his Montezuma project and how small the cab was. Like, was that designed for 2 people to run it? Especially looking at the model in the game. There's no way that was designed for 2 people to run it. How the fuck do I do this? Because the 30... That's why they didn't make many. I could just join in here. I'm so bad at visualizing this. I always lay the wrong one. The seat was on the tender deck. Oh yeah. I don't want to sacrifice that bridge move so much, so I don't remember what that curve was. And that's bad, because I need it to line up. I just need a short little, I think it was a 100, and I just need a short little to the switch. Then I connect. B-S 8-ton. Yeah, I would usually call it the Porter, because that's what I know it as. I'm not a purist or anything, I don't care if you call it Betsy, but it's not really Betsy, because you can buy more than Betsy. Just gonna let me do it. Damn. I didn't do that the first time because I laid it myself. And so I'm gonna have to go through the nightmare of lining this up manually. Did this go up a little bit? No, it didn't. I made sure to keep it flat. Is this going to be ugly? I'm about tired of building this. So if this lays a nice curve, I'm done. Yeah, builds a nice enough curve. And I still want to build my damn... This is actually really good because this... I need to build a yard and yard entrance. That's almost a straight line, so I can widen that out. Yeah. And that ain't it. I think 40 will be just about right. Yeah. Yeah, that'll lay a really nice piece. So I have my main lines in. Get tuned from the freight depot eventually. Get really everywhere from this. This can just end. I don't mind that. The problem comes with this because I want to be able to come in here, turn around, run around. Turn around, run around. Yeah, I think that's really cool. I remember you joining my streams, whatever, a couple years ago, and being like, man, I want to work on Real Trains. I'm almost there. And seeing that you actually are, Sean, is incredible. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. Anyway, I think this is good enough. But all I need is storage, which should fit here if I want. I just need to find a turnaround, runaround, which may be kind of weird, but I could put it here. But we're so tight on space. If I want to put storage, that's dumb. That's not the way to do it. I could have a yard come off. It sucks because it means there's going to be a big bank of switches right here, like several in a row, and they're really hard to click on the map when there's several in a row, but I've got an idea. And then from this way, I'll be able to build, curve around, and build a yard. Which I don't have to build right now, I don't really want to build. That actually works. Yeah, that works pretty good. It's different than I've ever built it. So you're gonna have to go over and organize your train over here and then come out and back up. But that works if you're like bringing coal up and you want to grab some flats and some lumber to take to the ironworks. That works out pretty well. Because this is a rail yard, there's going to be a lot of equipment choking steam, and it's also a wooden building and a sawmill. I don't imagine they'd leave very many trees, so I'm going to clear cut. I like to clear cut. That's what I like about other maps over this one, is you have spots of forest. It's not all forested. Here. Returned to service a week ago. That's really cool. That is really cool. Congratulations. That's a big honor. I love preservation. hitting every railroad museum on the East Coast. That is like a dream vacation. That'd be so much fun. That's another thing I will say that I love about Railroads Online compared to a lot of other train games that are out now is, and another reason I wanted to do this, the original equipment, is because you have this old equipment that, I mean, you have to seek out information on it to find it. Like the Montezuma and stuff like that. I didn't even know that existed, and that's such a fascinating piece of engineering and history. I know it exists thanks to this game, and I like running the really old equipment like the Eureka and is it still called the Glenbrook? Those locomotives, the old stuff. I even thought about, and I might still do. Yeah, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Another thing I thought about doing is going through the buy menu and looking at kind of years things were built and deciding what would be balanced and fun and still work, and just putting a year cap. Like, I was kind of thinking 1900. That way I just run more interesting equipment. I don't end up buying like this and hauling ass around the map or whatever, but then, yeah, that'd limit me from buying the Climax. And I love the Climax. It's so cool. It's really fun to run, too. What year is this built? 26. Okay, I just checked the map to see how many trees were on it. Okay, so this switch stand can't move. So how crazy of a turn does this have to be to avoid that switch stand? Okay. Creeps up on it at like 20s. No, I can't do 120. Stuck with wood locomotives until we access coal. Is it that bad? Couldn't you have bought like a I don't remember what it's called. The red guy. This? Class 48? I remember this being really, really good. That's a fun idea too. But I didn't think it'd be that game changing. Are we still pointed towards this? I don't think. I'm not sure how well the idea of a yard here is going to work, because I don't want to. Maybe I do. Do parallel tracks on a curve. No, I don't want to do that. So, I like the setup. I don't want to change it. Where can I put passing track in a yard? I could put it after this. Oh yeah, this is such a mess. Mosca. Two Heislers. Oh, and you strap the Mosca. Yeah, I haven't. I never buy the Mosca because the model looks so bad. If I remember right, maybe it's been updated since then, but I seem to remember the model being terrible. In fact, I've had the game crash in the buy menu, so. Yeah, and is the other one Eureka? I love the Eureka. It looks really good, but you can kind of see Oh yeah, textures are what I'm saying. You can kind of see. No, either this one has been fixed or I'm misremembering. This one's good. Yeah, I'm looking for the Mosca. And you guys change the names to like what they're actually called. The textures are so bad. I mean, this one's cool because it hauls ass, doesn't it? But the textures are bad. So I kind of avoid it. Oh, the model is bad on that one? That's another one I don't buy because the sound is awful. The sound is... I like it. It looks cool, but it sounds bad. But you said the model's off on it? Yeah, the fairies in Cliff House. I avoid that one because I think the sound's bad. But I'm also kind of a sound guy. Yeah, because doing this will make that turn so much tighter. Not work here. Oh. I see its performance is bad. It's not even... What if I did... actual performance of the engine? Yeah. That curve's too much. Has problems in the game. I never use it. Problem is lining this up. But I have quite a bit of space to make a pretty long passing track. And I think I'm just going to slam this in, and if it looks terrible, I'll line it up, and I might surround it in props and ignore it if it looks bad. That doesn't look bad. Then we can do... What we'll do is passing track on the left. So this is going to be kind of a nightmare to measure. And hopefully this... No, this isn't going to be long enough. You want a longer passing track since it's... This is also kind of end of the line. So do I need to worry about blocking the main line as much as I am? Because, like, if you're coming in, right, from here, and then you back up, or whatever, you come in this way, and you back out and go, yeah, you're blocking the main line, but not for that long, and you'd block it anyway. It's not like you're going to block it to organize cars the way it's set up. And I think I'll put yards at other industries, but I can just not put a yard in here. And it would be fine. Just because I kind of like the way it's built now, and I don't want to completely rebuild it. And I'm trying to build these industries in a way I've never built them before. If there was another way to get to the coal, get the coal down the mine. Oh yeah, like have it come into the freight depot. Yeah, because by the time you have access to coal, because its fuel capacity is so low, it's useless. Yeah, I would definitely like to see a rebalance. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I can remember being kind of frustrated at the balancing. Well, one thing is the climax. It takes you so long to get the climax, and it's good, but it has a major flaw of it being slow. And because of that, by the time you can buy it, there's no reason to buy it. Same as the, if I'm remembering right, the Class 70 is that way too. By the time you can buy it, there's no reason to buy it. Let's lay the same thing but at a shallower grade. If I remember right, I might be misremembering, but I seem to remember being frustrated at the balance. That keeps going up, so if I continue with this, I click. So I need to make it shallower. Yeah. And I feel like it is, sometimes it feels like the numbers, like XP goals. Money, I think, is balanced pretty good. The money's pretty good, but the XP feels like you just kind of slapped random numbers on the random locomotives to make, you know, and when you can buy them, XP wise. I've always felt that way. Whether or not that's true is, you know, hard to say. That's how it feels. And I was talking about how the real fun in this game comes in the feel. See, I don't even think not having enough XP is the problem. What I feel like the problem is the order you get stuff doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes. I'll go through the menu again, the buy menu, and see if I can find any specific examples, because I'm not making a good point without sources. And I am also talking about feel and not actual. Okay, how did I do that switch? Because that's where I want this line to go. I think that switches. Okay. Yeah, and maybe that would be more fun. It'd make the game longer. Another thing, and when I talk about this, I feel like the XP is whatever. I don't run trains very often. This is the part of the game that I love doing, is building, setting up my routes. I often build to all the industries, build yards in all the industries, and never go there, because I prefer building so much more than actually running trains. Yeah. Yeah, and explaining it that way maybe eases my frustration, because that makes a lot of sense. You have to think about it gameplay-wise, and not realism-wise, or you have to think about it realism-wise and not gameplay-wise, and both you lose out pretty majorly on goals of the game. Oh wait, well, I still need to turn, so I'll go back to 500. I don't want to double. So, having you write that out, kind of, I can see why it's done the way it is. I'm less frustrated by it. And also, I'm not frustrated by it now. I remember being frustrated by it. Again, if my VODs are up, I probably talked about it in a VOD. Yeah. Yeah. And the Class 70, I feel like, because it's slow, it's good, but it's not that good. Because it's so slow, you can buy Yeah, that's another thing is the grind can get shitty in this game. It really can. To be completely honest. It's definitely better than it used to be. It used to be so much worse. Yeah. Yeah, and what I'm saying is my opinion too. I don't know if it's I don't really pay attention to like the Reddit. I'm in the Discord, but I don't pay attention to this Discord. I don't care about the Discord except for developer updates. I get a ping. And I play this game by myself. Yeah. That's another thing. I play by myself. That's another thing to consider. I don't think this is intended to be a single player experience. But yeah, I see him on the Reddit a lot. I follow the Reddit too. The Reddit, I actually unfollowed the Reddit because I was tired of the negativity. And then when the recent update from the developers came out, I refollowed the Reddit because I wanted to know about updates and stuff like that. Yeah. The same as Railroader. I prefer to play by myself. Railroader is pretty good by yourself, but there's definitely a lot missing. Just playing Railroader by yourself. It's just the friends that I play video games with don't like train games. They don't want to play a somewhat boring game where you lay track down and drive a train every once in a while and whatever. They don't want to play that kind of game. I do. Yeah, I don't mind Railroader by myself, but it does get pretty. Well, that's just it. I don't feel comfortable playing with strangers or viewers. Sounds goofy, but it's true. I don't have really close friends. I only like to play with friends I have in real life. And I don't have any friends in real life that would want to play a train game. And I'm also very particular on how I play. I can be kind of an asshole if I play with other people. Because I like things to be done in the way I pictured it, and my way or the highway. My personality is like that. And I don't like being an asshole, but I just kind of am. If I play games like this with my friends, so that's another reason I mostly play single player. I don't mind that. That's a nice curve. Yeah. I mean, I can also... It's kind of weird. If I'm in charge is when I'm really an asshole. If I'm just following orders, I might play a trick or two, but for the most part, I'm gonna play the game the way it's intended. But I cannot follow a schedule. My life is crazy. I can't follow a schedule, so I can't be on at 4 o'clock every Friday afternoon. That's another problem. I want to build a whole yard here, but... Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. I understand what you mean now. you kind of personally curate them and ban people. No, I'm not a... I guess I don't think I'm a weirdo or a jerk online. Want to play? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of weird with some stuff. I really... And I know I just complained about the balance of single player. I prefer playing single player. Another good point is I know I'm streaming, and I might be coming across okay, but my Wi-Fi here is terrible. Like, if I push the power button on this computer next to me, I might disconnect. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining. You asked me when I was going to play Railroads Online again. I kind of got the hankering to play, so we're here. I really wish this preview was working. I have no idea if I'm in frame in the camera. I'm like anxious about my hair, but what can you do? Yeah, I can't say I missed it. I've still played quite a bit of it. Just not on stream. I miss streaming it though, because this game really has a great community. And of all the games I played, like I played a lot of Railroads Online. It's the most of what I've played. But I played a lot of My Summer Car too. There was a couple months where I played My Summer Car, and I didn't build the community I built with this game. Like, I saw it had 5 viewers when I went live, and I'm getting quite a few people who enjoy the game jumping into my stream. This game has a great community. Oh yeah, I don't have my phone on me, and I don't really want to tab out and risk crashing everything, so I'll check Discord later. Who knows when. I'm getting pretty drowsy though. I might have to pack up and go to bed. I would really like to run A Train, but I am tired. And I can't drink caffeine right now. I don't want to because it's 10 o'clock. I can't have soda. I can't have beer. That's really hard. I can't drink alcohol. It's probably for the better, but... Nice. I've been eyeing up, if I were to get anything, I want to get a banjo. I don't know how to play. I don't know anything about them. I know you pick instead of strum. But I love bluegrass. And I would like to learn to play. I've kind of been eyeing those up. Yeah, they tear up your fingers. And yeah, I've got things to deal with in real life before I buy anything. I can't even buy a $20 Lego set right now, let alone a guitar, a banjo. Yeah, instruments are so expensive. That's why it's off the list for now. Pipe Dream. A resonator guitar. I should know. Like, I definitely heard that word. I had audio engineering classes. I was in a band in college. I should know more terminology than I do. And we produce some stuff. I don't think anything's public, but we produce some pretty cool, good stuff. I went and I studied audio engineering in college. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I had a bass years and years ago. I still have the bass. I kind of learned a little bit how to play it. But never much. The same as I had an acoustic guitar. I traded the acoustic guitar for a bass. Kind of learned a little bit how to play it. Never much. I've always wanted to use finger picks. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, it's not a well thought out dream or anything. It's just something I've thought of. Got other things to figure out first. Okay. Now, is this line cleared? It is. Dang it. 5 guitars, wow. Kind of a musician. So when I say I was in a band in college, right? I was in the band. I wrote music, and I love music. I always have my whole life. I've seen myself as an entertainer. And I wrote music and lyrics and kind of helped find a rhythm. But I didn't play anything. You know, I'd set tap in the back like a metronome and help us find a rhythm and a roll. But I wouldn't lay down beats. And the majority of my job in the band I was in was I made all of the bandmates give me a key to their house or their dorm or whatever. And when it was time for band practice, I showed up at the door. And if you didn't answer, I came through the door. That was my role in our band. Nice. That's good. Yeah, I was never in high school band because I always wanted to learn strings and they didn't let us do strings. And so I just didn't learn anything at all, and I wish I had. I was a cinema guy in college, so I would make video to go with our music sometimes. I didn't do a lot of that because I just didn't have time. That's what I would have done if we stuck together and were still playing. But we didn't. I mean, I think that's where my love of trains comes from, is the old music. I love bluegrass music, and bluegrass and trains go right together, and westerns. And, I mean, it's a single, not a single, but it's a cylinder on a wheel that's gonna play in a rhythm. It's gonna speed up and slow down, and it can tell you, especially the old steamers can tell you, they have everything about them. They can tell you if something's wrong, if steam's coming out in the wrong place by the rhythm of the wheels. That's really cool. You can, if you know kind of the math or the feel, you can know exactly how fast an old steamer is going by how many beats per second. He builds his own guitars. That's pretty cool. That'd be so much fun. I love building. I wish I was an engineer. I studied film in college. And speaking of music, there's an old Guy Clark song I want to print out the lyrics, hang on the wall somewhere. I studied film in college, and like that song says, there ain't no money in poetry, but that's what sets a poet free. That's cool. This turn is way tighter than I thought it was. I can level that out because my straights are pretty long, but I don't want to. And I'm tired. I want to run a train and go to bed. I forgot how long setting up a new save takes. I'm not going to tease you guys and be like, ooh, run the train tomorrow. Let's cut the trees. I might replace this fill with a bridge, a handrail bridge. Depends how close I am. Yeah, it would come right off that switch. I think it would look worse as a bridge. I think I cleared this section. Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. Let's... Oh, and the porter needs fired, doesn't it? That shouldn't take too long, hopefully. This is a new map. Yep, this is a new map. I am going to do only the original 7 locomotives in the game. That was kind of my challenge for this one. I need to give myself a challenge or else I get bored and don't play very much. So, and I suppose I'll do original freight cars too. Is it numbered? I need to check numbers. This is not numbered or lettered. We'll start numbering and lettering with the next. I haven't had the really annoying bug I had the last couple times I played this session at all. I'm just going to do that. It doesn't count if it's spawned there. Yeah, this is a new map. New map, new challenge. No pressure. Probably no water either. A little bit of water. We'll fill her up with water as soon as we get pressure. And yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up because I am tired. I'm tired. But I don't know where my phone is. I really want a beer. I can't have one. Alright, I'm not quite done yet. I'm gonna run a train of logs first. Then it'll be bedtime, so I've got to go fill this up, grab all the cars. There you go. Do I need an update to get her rolling? Yeah, I do. So I'm not quite done yet. But just a warning, we are almost done. I might need some prodding from the chat since I am so tired. I don't have something on my mind to talk about. We'll run a nice goofy ass train with the tiny locomotive, shitload of cars before bed. There's this 7 cars, 70 logs. So we have to do this like twice. I don't know how much money it is. Favorite cars or sports? Favorite cars is not a good topic for me. And I don't watch sports. Oh yeah, that's right. The way these fall asleep is really weird. Hopefully with the 2, get in here and slow her down. Gas prices. Hell no! I don't know if you, I don't even know what to address you as, but I don't know if you follow the Railroads Online kind of information, but they've announced that the game, in fact, is not abandoned, which I'm really happy to hear, and that's really what made me pick it up on streaming again. So developers acknowledging that the state of the game looks rough, but they haven't given up on it. And developers just saying something put my faith back in the game and made me excited and happy to play again. So I decided to pick it back up. Bugs it. I remember, I'm just not going to say anything about the 4 on the side of this car. I remembered some of the bugs that really made me mad and that I would say is unacceptable are still in the game. But they haven't given up on the game. Sounds like they're having some licensing issues and stuff like that. So it sounds like it's just a mess, not at the fault of the developers. So I've gone from being irked, because I've spent a lot of money. I bought this game for multiple of my friends just because I wanted to support the project. Went from being irked to being excited for the future. I hope they can solve their issues. I didn't check my switches. Go. Yeah, that's the way I need to go. I should probably extend that and that. While this is going, we'll go do that. Not a lot. I'm getting drowsy. I'm running out of talking points. But I really finished the line, cleared the trees. I'm just running the first train. And I think once we drop off logs, I am going to hit the sack. The porter laden with 7 cars is going down the track by itself while I add bumpers. This is going to go backwards. No, it's not. I never did build a yard here. I think I was trying to figure out where I'm going to build a yard here, and I never did. I just kind of gave up. And I don't know if I will, because I have the Y. I'm not sure you need to. I definitely will build yards other places. I won't just do loops and Ys. But I didn't build a yard at the sawmill. I usually do a sawmill as a pass-through and not really make a good yard there, because it's in such a weird place. It's not right for it. Can I get any more speed out of this? happy to have a little community. I'm really happy that you guys can recognize each other and interact and have a nice time. That's why I do this. Community. Hey, that's alright. Yeah. Life is so crazy. I forgot I gave Sean moderator commands. I trust him. What is turbo mean? I don't know what it means. Yeah, when I used to stream regularly and I don't anymore, unfortunately. Maybe I should build a runaround here after this. Good. Unless this only fits like 5 cars. This doesn't fit very many cars. You don't need very many log cars though. Really. They're just a basic run around for whatever we're running on the logs. Hopefully we can go around the train. I doubt it. And hopefully we don't work on this for so long that we see the porter come back by itself. That would be a problem. That definitely looks better. Does it fit? It doesn't fucking fit. Oh, these switches are so annoying. No way a bumper fits. I can make a different one. I will build... What can I build here? Maybe 2 barrels and a rail. Boom. 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 And then a rail. Let's put it there. I don't need the damn barrels. No, that doesn't work because you need track past the switch. Yeah, that doesn't work. I don't know what I'll do here. And also just the poor porter is just going along unmanned. So I better haul ass up there. Moose dropped into a stream, I think when I was playing Minecraft. Oh no, it stopped. Why did it stop? Why are you stopped? Are you broken? Could you not pull the hill? Is there something in the track? Why did you stop? That was weird. It's not a steep hill. These are empty. That wasn't like chugging. I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard not to pick at my face, but that is sore. I like this map already. I like this stupid junction. I really do. I love stupid junctions. If I could just figure out where I want to put the... I could put it here. here or something alongside the track, or here alongside the track. And that way it's not gunking up and getting in the way, but you can still do your stuff. That might be what I do. Can I really not make this with 6 cars? Come on, surely I can. I know it's like almost 4%. Bandana? Maybe. It does get up to like 4%, but it's 6 empty cars, man. That kind of puts a chalk in things. Well, we might still make it. I don't want to cut stuff off. I will in a second. I will when we get going back. There we go. We leveled off. We could not have done it with one more car. I will when we get lined up here. It's really just a stretched out Y because I was too lazy to make the geometry be decent. It already took me a couple hours to get to this point. I see. Yeah, that happens. I mean, I haven't played any Railroader or Railroads Online or anything like that for a while. Bandana Junction. I just haven't wanted to. And that's exactly why I don't really play these games with friends when I play solo. I felt so bad when we had that crazy Railroads Online game and I kind of stopped showing up. I had to. My life said I had to. But that's why I don't really play games with friends, because I never know when I'm able to play. I don't. I get bored of stuff fast. I get bored and give up on projects all the time. I just can't find the inspiration to keep playing. I know I'm like that, so I don't commit. But I don't hold any negative feelings, because who cares in the long run? Yeah, I sure hope not. I think this can haul close to 1 million on flat ground. It used to be able to. I don't know if it still can. But on flat ground, you'd be amazed what this little tiny equipment can pull. It's just as soon as it's on a hill. And as far as I know, most of the reason you'd build a mainline narrow gauge is because you were on a hill. A lighter loading gauge, and you have to blast less stuff, and maintenance away is a lot easier on thinner track. That's the thing with this game. I don't know. I think the steepest grade on the Union Pacific is less than 2%. I might be wrong. Don't take me to heart on that. But I think so. As soon as you start going uphill, it's so hard. But on the flat, no friction, and no friction is insane. I guess that probably would wheel slip like hell, wouldn't it? Because there's no friction to pull the stuff forward. I don't know. I really don't know. I shouldn't claim to. Since the train... 3.2% grade, but yours isn't like yours is kind of, are you talking where they run the big chays and stuff like that? Is it a tourist road or is it an actual, like, short line railroad? A 3.2% grade along the 3 miles we run. That's crazy. And you just lay that because a short line and a small company can't afford to blast the rock and level the terrain or whatever to make it less than that. Oh, cool. That'd be really cool to go see then. See both freight and people. That's cool. Yeah, I really like the way this is set up. I could almost build a loop here and it'd be shaped like a carabiner. So, like I said, my rule for this is only the original equipment. Oh, I hate this bug. I hate this bug so much. That was the one I was saying I was impressed that I hadn't seen. Only original equipment. I think my next purchase will have to be Eureka, because it'll be quite a while before I get to, I guess, just level 4. Since 1897. Wow. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be pretty cool. And the coal one. I think I'm only going to allow myself to buy this one, because this came out quite a bit later. I'll only buy this one. And then level 5 is the Heisler, which kind of puts a wrench in things because I wanted to buy that pretty quick. 6 is Climax. 6 is Class 70. Whoa, we're hauling ass. Yeah, let's stop having those wheels slow us down. Let the logs do it. That's cool. What's the name of it? It would be really fun to build a model of. I had had a small ON30 layout for a while. I don't have. That's pretty cool. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah, but we're still going faster than the wheels will pull it, I think. Yeah, the thought has left my mind. Oh yeah, I had a small ON30 layout, and I painted my first locomotive, and my kind of story behind it is it was rented from the ES&D and it was torn to hell because I love HYSYS content so much. It kind of got me into this stuff, so I made some graphics on Photoshop and X-Acto knifed them out and glued it on. Railtown. That's cool. Sierra Northern, so it's nowhere near me. I don't know where it is. It's not close to here. That sounds really cool, though. I would love to see those big ass shays working in person. That should be on the ramp enough. This is another problem I didn't consider is, it's that line. I'm gonna make an alternate as soon as I can get geared stuff. And that'll only block cordwood. That one log might despawn. A couple logs despawned. I think a lot of logs might have despawned. A Garrett working in person. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, don't run Shays. They have one, but it's been dead since 2011. I see. I thought you had mentioned something about working with Shays, but I'm half remembering a conversation from years ago, so... Either way, I'm gonna give it a Google. It would probably be cool. That's funny. I mean, but also, like, as an operator, if you had an opportunity, or there was a problem, and you had to haul ass, would you have the self-control to not haul ass? You probably would, because a train is a little bit different than a video game. Actually, now that I say that. Yeah. It's like a car. I have a fast car. I don't drive fast. I have a car that can climb over a mountain, but I don't do it. Oh, yeah, it's just because you're a maintenance guy. That's funny. Okay, guys, well, it was a fun stream. We've got a hell of an odd railroad so far, but that was fun. Hopefully I'll get to do it again sometime soon. It would go to, yeah, we're just gonna end it here because it's too dark for any of my camera POVs to work. Thank you for joining. I can't see chat anymore. Thank you for joining, and we'll catch you next time.